Hey, your boy Fred here, giving you a disclaimer that this game's got this.
Oh, it just ate her fucking head.
Also this.
Oh, okay.
And giant.
Humongous hunga longa no no logongas.
Brace yourself!
Princess with daddy issues. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's get to it. Hey YouTube, welcome back to Death and Request. So last time we
You called for me?
got chased out of Mizunashi's house by the cult.
Take a gander at the goods on display.
Phew, I didn't realize I had so much money. It was a very defensive spear. Do you not even have a bracelet on, Sheena? You must not. I own one of those because Sheena has a magic ring. I might want to get one for somebody else so they've got a bunch of SP. I don't know what agility does. They haven't told me.
You called for me? Right.
You have quests. I've apparently finished the quest. Reward a guard.
Good job.
Web shooting. Harvest a spider web. How does one
How
do
might
that?
I see you around?
I think that had something to do with the princess. I just don't remember what exactly. That door is still a buggy mess. Can I walk through here now, though? Yes, I can. I can't even... Those boxes are low enough that I should be able to jump up it. The fuck is with this snail thing that looks like it's got a beehive on its back?
Finders keepers! Just wait till I get to you.
This thing is just... It's like blocks with spider legs. You are an abomination.
Hey, how's this? I'll show you who's boss! Here!
Oh, you had no HP? What?
Done and dusted! Let's go!
You also didn't get knocked back, which I'm somewhat annoyed by because I was hoping you would go into the Lamia thing.
Alright.
Oh, you just died too. Oh my god. Okay, that's kind of good. If only it took more damage from that.
I did it. Right there.
The knockback attack missed. I don't like that at all. I don't think I've got a good way of knocking it into both of them. probably won't make it too early. I'm gonna try anyway.
Hi-ya!
Oh, it's dead. Okay.
Got him!
Normally they take way more damage when they go into the wall. I don't know why that one, in particular, takes like nothing when it hits a wall.
Pretty cool, huh?
Going on over there.
I'm firing off!
Another
Hit rampage!
like magma slug with a pot on its back.
Finders keepers! Just wait till I
Now
get
this time
to
I'm just gonna throw all my skills into the Lamia thing because the other things die real fast.
Hey, how's this?
Can I? That's real close. I can't quite hit the second one.
Here!
Ooh, I like the multiple crits.
Break it to pieces! My turn! Alright.
Don't miss. Come on.
Delete it. It won't go easy on you.
I can just pinball the smaller ones around.
I did it. Damn! Wish!
Finally, they miss. And that one's just gonna hang out in the corruption,
Wait till I get
apparently.
to you.
I don't think it would knock all the way into that one. You know what? I'm gonna get behind that one and knock it into her.
Hey, how's this?
Oh, you have a lot of defense.
Break it to pieces! Give it to me!
Doesn't matter when you get knocked around and crit constantly. The fuck out of here.
All right. Ha! Yeah! See? Top! Blast off! Oh! Victory! Am
I
getting
played
stronger?
tons of pinball when I was a kid. Who didn't play a lot of Spaceball on Windows XP?
What could this be?
I wonder what this strange parchment could be. Do you think it's an omen of some kind? Paper? Oh my god, it's an actual paper. 1964. Ah, I didn't get to read the entire thing. It's another item from the real world that shouldn't be here. It's all in English. I wonder if it's a foreign tabloid or something. It's pretty discolored, so it can't be a recent issue. It says the year on the top. 1964. It sure is dense. There are so many pages piled and folded together. This is called a newspaper. It's a way to keep track of current events. Things like accidents, scandals, recent reportings, and the like. I see. Is this another example of technology that only exists where you come from? Yeah, I guess so. I've never seen these symbols before. Can you read it, Sheena? Sorry, but this is an ancient language. I can't really read it either. Oh, this thing? I had no idea what it was either. Isn't it just the oddest thing? There's a bunch of weird-looking drawings on it, too. Al, those aren't drawings. Apparently they're called photos. A futuristic technology that can actually save a memory onto what's called film. I don't get the concept, but boy, you sure know a lot, Lily. Film, huh? That's cool. Indeed. Flim. That has to be a typo. Flim is cool. Ladies, it's called film. Oh, were they actually saying flim and I was just reading it film because... In any case, check this out. Wow. I didn't know cows could float in the air like that. This isn't normal by any stretch. Yeah, I think it was a newspaper about alien abductions. It took it away from me before I could really analyze it. Are you scared? Are you? Yeah, I think the headlines reads, cattle muta... It reads cattle mutilation. Allegedly, there were numerous sightings of it during the 1960s in both the UK and in America. They don't know what those are. The only person who understands what you just said is Sheena. Whoa, Enigma. Man, you scare the crap out of me sometimes. Can you warn us before you appear out of nowhere next time? Hey, that's my right. You're the one who needs my expertise. So how about you pipe down and listen for once? And she's a wolf or a fox, so she's gurring at him. Gruesome as it might be, cattle mutilation was something of a fad a few decades ago. Those unlucky enough to find corpses saw flayed flesh, gouged eyes and organs, and that's if the stench didn't get to them first. People became so disturbed by these ghoulish displays that escapism and fantasy worlds became common methods of coping with the trauma. How frightening. I can't imagine what would compel someone to commit such an atrocity. Escapism is a temporary solace. I'm surprised the Lily even knows what escapism is. That's scary. You're a treasure trove of knowledge, aren't you, Mr. Enigma? Well, I've been doing a lot of research recently. The real oddity is this newspaper, though. What is something from the real world doing inside this game? I don't know. The photo was also from the real world. What was that doing in here? Apparently someone's diary. Real world? What do you mean by that? Izanashi, you forgot to use the voice chat. Mr. Enigma, Mr. Enigma. Huh? What's up? Are you, okay? I think so. I don't feel sick or anything. You aren't getting the message. I'm about to pimp slap you. In the meantime, I'll keep investigating. You all should go on ahead. Okay, got it. His voice sounded tired. I hope he's getting enough sleep while he just got chased into a coffee shop at 11 p.m. Or for some reason he decided to drink coffee at 11 p.m. instead of sleeping. Sheena, Enigma has been saying some confusing stuff. You're right. I wonder if something's happened to him. I've been growing increasingly concerned. Is Mizanashi actually okay? Maybe the workload is starting to get to him. Key item, newspaper article. Really wish it wouldn't make that sound when you swap maps. It is loud and not welcome.
Al's turn. Hey, how's this?
I probably don't need to use this on the snake, but I'll do it anyway. Maybe I needed to.
Get out of here. Leave it to me. All right.
Like if I knock it... Something like that. Oh, it's dead. I crit. Oh, I would have got it too. It just didn't quite make it to her.
It won't go easy on you.
See if I can pinball you over to Sheena.
I did it.
Something like... right there.
Time for liftoff.
A little bit off angle, but still hit the wall and died.
Well done. I've got so much left to prove.
Man, they are leveling so fast. Oh,
What could this be?
why isn't this on my map?
Let's investigate further.
That made the worst noise. I don't think hitting one switch would do that. I think someone has to make it do that. Oh, I'm making a bridge over there. I haven't even gone that way yet, so... God, even to me that sounded, That sounded like they compressed the audio
What could this be?
way too much. Oh, I got a spider web. Anything over here? Ooh, no? Oh. Another exit. I was hoping I'd see something down there on the other side. Why would you put this up here and then block it off? You gave me stairs, and then you were like, "Nah, you can't go to the top of the stairs." We decided that you can't do that, but we put the stairs there anyway, just to take them away from you. Nothing even over here, huh?
Hit them!
Turn before you attack again. I get stuck in that attack animation to get into combat for a little bit too long. I think I gotta attack the snake first. Everything else is weak.
Hey, how's this? Here! Bye-bye! That's all! My turn! Alright.
Oh, I didn't think you even had that much HP.
Took you down.
Something died.
The rest to me.
Ah, this is where the frickin' wall is, really?
I did it.
I wanted to get directly behind it and attempt to shoot all of them.
I did it.
Can I get all of them?
I did it.
Nah, one of their hitbox. Because they're both facing that way, they look kind of like you could. But their hitbox is smaller than their animation is.
How's that? Victory!
Like, they're long, and their hitbox is circular around them and does not extend out as far as their face and tail do. Sadly.
How's this? Bring it to pieces! Bye-bye! It's over!
What? How odd. I wonder, what is this? What are you muttering about over there? Oh, forgive me. It's nothing serious. I've merely been inspecting the shipyard. All of these sights and sounds are foreign to me. Hardest Palace seemed very traditional in its design. Are you unfamiliar with machines? Yes, the purpose of these machines and tools is unknown to me. I can tell someone had put a great deal of thought in their design, though. Ah, gotcha. It's always nice to step outside of your comfort zone. That's how you expand your mind. Are we supposed to take advice from someone who has the least amount of life experience? Hey, age is just a number. Besides, I've seen my fair share of newly built ships setting sail from the harbor before. Oh, really? What was that like? Well, it was like, bam! And then the gate opened up, and the ship groaned like a beast. Like, goo! And then it was like, gwah! Wow, incredible. Did you get all that? This one's a light that never goes out. Right? Heck, I even learned how to drive one a little. If you want, I could show you right here. Lily, you just gotta flip this switch. Check the mirrors, and... I don't think boats have mirrors. Have you driven a car? So, what happens if you pull this lever? Huh? Huh? What happens again? Oh no! That crane is swinging this way! That isn't good. Get out of the way, you two. Lily, Al, watch out! Ah! Whoa! Are they like I'm pretty sure I know what I'm about to see based on pictures I've seen on the community page. Great job, Sheena. Looks like you pushed them out of the way in the nick of time. Yes, I'm just happy they weren't seriously hurt. I think I might have pushed them too hard, though, huh? They're not getting up. Maybe they slammed their heads. Are you two all right? Yeah, I knew. I saw. Oh. My body crashed into something. It tickles. Yeah, you crashed into the little fox girl who is being suffocated by your boobs. Oh, wait, is that you on top of me? I can't see a thing and you're heavy. Hurry up and get off of me. Ah, ow, wait a minute. I'll get out of your way, but don't move just yet. No, Lily, you wait a minute. Before you get up, you need to fix your clothes. Huh? Ah! Hey, is there something I can help with? Did they get stuck somewhere? Hey, you can't come over here. Mr. Enigma, don't look! What the? Why are you blindfolding me? Oh, it's about to get real kinky. No, her fucking dress is about to get torn off by a crane. I can't move. Are you okay? Sheena, let go of me. We have to do something. No! I mean, sure, the situation isn't ideal, but this isn't something you could help with. What does that mean? Nothing. Anyway, wait right here. Got it? Lily, hurry up and get off of Al. Why is she what? What? Forgive me, Sheena. I can't seem to stand without my clothes getting stuck. Jeez Louise, I'm being smushed. Sheena, are you sure they're okay? Yeah, I guess we'll have to pull them apart. After they stuck together. Fucking trapped by titties. Let me over the boxes. I see an item. I want the item. Why are these boxes here? They're low enough that I can jump over them, damn it. My character jumps higher than they am.
What could this be?
A sword. I don't lose much attack, but I gain magic attack and a ton of magic defense. I think I'm fine with that. What is the second one? What? Oh, you've got a magic bracelet on.
Hope this works.
You are staring directly at the door. Please stop. You're still staring directly at the door. Please move away. I want to get a preemptive strike. I don't want you literally staring at where I can come from.
Now's our chance.
You keep having snakes, and I don't want snakes. Man, she deals so much more damage to space.
Deleted. The rest to me.
both over there. I think I can kill two of them by doing this. Yeah. Ooh, I killed the third one. I wasn't even aiming for that. I didn't think it would hit in that angle. You need to stop standing directly in corruption because I'm not supposed to go in that most of the time. Sometimes I can if I want to get buffs. But yeah, get out of there.
Bye-bye. That's all. Leave it to me. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Got him. Took you down. Oh, victory! Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it seems like they level up so freaking often. Compared to Fairy Fencer, they get so much EXP in this game. Blocked by another corruption wall. So I gotta take the other door. Was this here before? Why do you see me from so far away? You even have to re-aggro a second time because of how far away you're trying to travel.
Opportunity. Al's turn. Hey, how's this?
Ooh, I can if I get a good angle. I gotta get you with like the freaking tip on that side. Means that I can't hit both of you and knock you into her, I believe.
Boom! Take that. Go!
Yeah, close, but no cigar on that. Intimidated.
Let's go.
Why did it even get a turn already? That didn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
All right.
She is probably going to turn around and hit it, but I want to see if I can knock it into that anyway. Yeah. Too close.
It's over. Let's go. I did it. Yeah.
Oh, she,
Time for
straight up doesn't even deal damage to
did
it.
it.
All right,
Wait till
keep
I
going.
get to you. Hey, how's this? Yeah.
My god, you must have a ton of defense. I guess it is just a bunch of squares.
My turn.
Why? Does it not do anything? Why is it just... It's running around, and it's like,
Alright.
I'm so intimidated.
Home run. Deleted. Oh, victory! Let's see at it.
I can't make it to whatever... Oh, there's another exit on that side, but I can't make it to that at the moment, I believe. Locked door. Oh, it's a skill door. I don't think I've figured out how to do that yet.
Attacking first.
If I can even do that.
Just wait till I get to you. Hey, how's this? Yeah, take that. Bye-bye. 1, 2. Get out of here. My turn.
Sneck survived. Sneck will be killed.
All right. Home run. It's over. The rest to me.
Al hasn't gotten like any corruption at any point aside from when I walk her directly into it for a
I
buff.
did it.
The fact that she's just sitting at 1% is somewhat hilarious to me.
We did it. Well done.
the special ability. I don't. I think. Was it? I'm pretty sure it told me something about it in here, but I don't think it told me how to use it. There are some locations that allow you to scale tall platforms with her spider webs. Yeah, I don't remember it telling me how to use that. You may find doors with vines that she can melt, but it doesn't... By Poison Bog. I'm like, I don't... Is there a button I'm supposed to be aware of to hit? Because nothing seems to do anything. Yeah, I don't. It's like they can sometimes open these with a special skill. But I don't know what the skill is, or like how to do it. Got me a key. Just some more butterfly wings. Ooh, a rapid ring. I still don't know what agility does, but I'm gonna give it to Al.
Perfect fit.
I think there was a locked door somewhere, but now I just don't remember where the door was exactly that was locked. Like regular lock, not just
wait till I get to you.
a story thing.
Hey, how's this? I'll show you who's boss. Get back. Ha. Take that. Go. Leave it to me. Bye-bye. Leave it to me. All right.
You're just gonna die.
Got him. Deleted. Let's go.
I don't think she does all that much, but I can try and pinball it again. Something
I
like...
did it.
that angle. Yeah, there we go. Double knockback.
Great job, guys. Everyone safe?
Oh, I don't think I've actually gotten it with a double knockback before, where it gets all of the characters in the victory screen. It's nice. That's just going to be something I unlock later. Or did I miss a door on this side? I don't care, you can chase me. I'm going to the door. No. I don't need to fight every one of you. Oh, that... Oh, yeah, that is the locked door, yeah. Ooh. Level 5. That doesn't solve the fact that I can't make it anywhere at the moment. You will just get that because you have the level 1. I don't really know at the moment. I don't think I have run into a particular, like, dead end where I have to go back to the real world yet. But the only door that's there right now... Oh, did I not? No, yeah, it's the same one. But, I don't know about those doors that say you can open them with that ability. There is nothing on that door that is, like, destructible. Not letting me go this way. Says there is a story thing in the back there. Could I not make it there? Yeah, I can't go there. I got corruption wall in front of me. Let me see if something happens when I go into the real world. I can talk to people, okay. I haven't actually been able to talk to people yet in the real world by choice.
What? Ren? I just got a message from Ren. Oh, finally. It's been impossible getting a hold of any other staff member besides Tokiwa.
I mean, even she was impossible to get a hold of until she called you after days of not responding to anything. Miss Rin Asukaze, our CEO's chief secretary and accounting executive, sharpest person in our company. Since our CEO was out on an international business trip, she was handling all of our affairs in Japan. She has a gift at connecting with people, and had garnered the trust of our entire staff.
This early?
I don't know what fucking time it is for you, actually.
Let's see.
Hello, everyone. Are you all safe? Until this incident calms down, I want all staff to refrain from coming into work. If you're ever approached for an interview in town, please decline to comment and exit the conversation as soon as possible. In regard to everyone's clock-ins, I'll be sure to adjust everyone's hours, so please do not worry. Individuals with project-based deadlines have been spoken to already, so do not fret. Best, Rin.
Oh, wow. Rin's stellar as usual. I can always depend on her. Sleeping on this sofa is doing a real number on my back.
Your bed didn't look all that comfortable. Your chair looked comfortable as fuck, but your bed, nah.
Drinking Night Owl's cold brew first thing in the morning is just what I need.
I'm flattered, but you gotta pay for the second cup, okay?
You're not just getting a bunch of free coffee.
Of course.
You stayed the night here, too.
Tokiwa, are you even listening?
Duh. So what? What's all this about cattle mutilation?
Forget about the cattle part. I'm talking about finding a newspaper. Basically, don't you find it strange that something from our world would materialize in the game?
I mean, if someone's hacking it, they could literally just take pictures or something and put it in
I
there.
thought you put it in there. You're the programmer of World's Odyssey, after all.
Yeah, well, I do not specifically remember putting in an actual 1964 newspaper.
There's no way I would have programmed anything that wasn't a part of the original design doc. Aside from the newspaper, we found a photo and a diary in there too. It's kind of creepy.
Well, it's simple. If you didn't place it in there, then someone else did. I have no clue why they would have, though. Besides, all of the data and assets for World's Odyssey are stored inside of servers located at Aggle Inc.
I have a feeling that when they say Aggle, they desperately want to say Apple.
Doesn't that seem like a red flag to you? Maybe they're the ones running the servers to engage with an internal experiment of some kind.
If they were doing it internally, the servers would not be connected externally. You can run stuff inside of servers inside, like in-house. And it doesn't have to be accessible to anybody outside. You can literally just not open it to people outside of the network that it is connected to.
A pragmatic observation. I hadn't expected that from you.
What is that supposed to mean? Things get complicated when the occult's involved.
So, what do you make of these related strings of text? I found similar messages in the photo and the diary that are fixing the bugs in-game. On top of it all, I can't seem to find any related information on the internet. What did Andrew call them before? I think he called them truth fragments?
Thunk? What? Did he just, like, put a jug of coffee in front of them or something? Both Tokiwa and Anjo jumped.
That's it! For fans of the occult, this totally hits the spot. Right, Anjo?
This truly is a mystery! A mystery!
To tell you the truth, I can't explain how or why this text causes the bugs to disappear, but given our predicament, anything is possible.
You guys are a little too happy about this.
Tokiwa, you're the one who said that all of this must be some kind of occult business, right?
Man, you were such a stiff, Arida. Would it kill you to stretch your mind a bit and consider things from every angle?
I mean, I don't believe in the occult, so it's weird.
Mizunashi, didn't I explain it enough? The thing about truth fragments is, once you start uncovering them, you're asking for trouble.
I'm not getting them on purpose. There was a photo. I went to where there was a photo in game of the real world. I went to that space in the real world, and there was apparently a rock that had fucking computer code written on it.
I know.
It seems like you found a second. No! Could it be? Have you found a third?
Yes.
Searching.
What?
Look!
What was that pinging sound?
Cattle mutilation. Search results, 0 hits.
It's definitely been removed from the internet, just like the other ones.
Right. When I typed the terms into the search bar, I was able to find results without a problem.
How long ago was that?
No hits on my end either! Oh my gosh! Something this commonplace pulls up 0 hits? I wonder if someone could be siphoning the information in these search yields from the global information database.
Someone at Google is just like, nah, we can't have anybody Googling cattle mutilation anymore. Not allowed.
It has to be a government conspiracy. Only a secret society with significant influence could do this. Incredible. Just incredible!
You are way too excited about the fact that we are getting targeted by a secret organization.
Did Tokiwa happen to forget that someone from a secret society just tried to kill her? Is she okay? However, if we can't do any research online, then how can we be expected to dig up any dirt from here on?
Fear not. I've got a whole library of occult-related literature here. Go ahead, check it out.
Did he just, like, throw a bunch of books on a table? I was wondering what that was. For a second, I was like, is he stomping over somewhere?
I'm not kidding. Thank you.
Come to think of it, one of my regulars came in yesterday, making a whole fuss about how he had just seen a UFO.
Okay, UFOs are commonplace. They exist. Why? Because it literally means unidentified flying object. Just because you can't identify it doesn't mean that it's alien technology.
Then Then again, the stuff that comes out of my customers' mouths is usually all nonsense. Just a whole lot of crazy. If cattle mutilation is what you're into, then I recommend reading this book.
It's not what I'm into, it's what I happen to have found.
This was a big deal in the 70s in America, which led to massive coverage about it in Japan. This particular topic is huge in the occult world.
Why would something that happened... This game came out in 2018, so nearly 50 years ago. Why would something that happened 50 years ago be big in Japan and in the occult world now? Maybe it was big in the occult world 30, 40 years ago, but now?
Corpses would be left with small incision wounds, but without a brain, eyes, or lungs. People began theorizing it was the work of an infrared attack.
I'm sorry, infrared attack? What?
I found it.
Huh? What's so special about this picture of dead livestock?
The one that was on the newspaper?
This was actually in the newspaper that I found in the game. I just noticed it now.
What do you mean you just noticed it now? You're literally just now flipping through this occult book. Of course you just noticed it.
Here, behind the cow's tuft of hair, there's a shadow.
Oh, you're saying that the shadow
Some symbols here.
is the thing you just noticed.
How could you make out anything with such a pixelated photo?
Here's a magnifying glass.
That doesn't unpixelate the photo. A magnifying glass doesn't multiply the amount of pixels in a picture. You're just gonna see bigger blocks.
Thanks.
I took the magnifying glass and tried writing down letters that were little more than a millimeter long onto a notepad. Include standard library.header? What? Oh my god! It's programmed in C++! Include World's Odyssey standard library.h. I gotta remember to include the header files. Oh. I knew it. If I enter this string of letters into the coordinating lines of code, the bugs should disappear. Yes, if you include the standard library of the C++ programming language, the C++ programming language works. That is the first thing that you add when you make any program. I know very little about programming, but I know for a fact that one of the first things that you do is pound include standard library in triangle brackets.
You're right. What are these strings of letters? Maybe this is a code that lets you convert numbers to a header for Odyssey.
Yes.
What's going on?
Yes, that is literally what that means. It translates what you type into machine code.
This is where it gets creepy. I tried overriding the source code around Sheena's location.
Did his computer just explode?
Sheena, I made some adjustments right now.
What?
Can you tell me if you noticed any changes?
Fuck, what was that sound? You can't just do that. Something exploded. I heard it.
Mr. Enigma, there was a huge sinkhole in the floor a second ago, but it's all plugged up now. Jeez, that scared me.
You're lying. I can't believe it.
I need you to believe it. Why else would I have shown it to you? Sheena, I've been able to remove more bugs from the map, so keep your natural progression going.
At it. Thank you.
Hopefully it got rid of a lot of the
You are
bugs. I want to be
amazing.
able to do shit.
We might really be able to save Sheena after all.
There were a lot of walls
Not
of
might.
bugs.
We will.
Anyways, since when have you started calling Sheena by her first name?
It's... Are you jealous? I know that's not standard in Japanese culture. You usually go by last name. Are you jealous that I'm on a first name basis with her?
Huh? I hadn't noticed.
Oh, don't brush me off. You were so obvious. Right, Anjo? Anjo?
Aren't you calling him by his first name? In a matter of minutes, Anjo came down from his cheerful mood. His face grew pale.
Is this something you should be doing?
What?
You're not just messing with the game world. It's like you're messing with the fabric of our world, too.
That is something that he said earlier. Also, I guess it is his last name. His first name is Hajime. Isn't that an actual word?
Changing the world is a deed too grand for idle hands like ours.
I'm trying to fix a game so that she can come out and live.
Oh, excuse me. What's gotten over me?
Yeah, I don't know.
What you just did now was so godly, I couldn't help but fear the worst.
What?
Anjo?
Customers!
Yo, Anjo. I dropped by for some breakfast.
Oh, welcome, Munakata. I've been expecting you. Please, take a seat wherever you'd like.
Okie dokie. Huh? Ho, 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 ho.
Is he about to start hitting on Tokiwa?
Huh?
Okay, no, they apparently know each other. He called out his name. Why are you surprised?
Hey, Sumika. It's been a while. How's it hanging?
A long time. I've been better, but I'm good.
Oh, and Art is here too. What are you two doing here so early? What, are you dating?
No. What are you talking about? You're dumb.
Yeah, we slept on the couch together in a cafe and woke up to some cold brew.
Shit. Excuse me. I guess I jumped to conclusions. Sorry about that, Arda.
Yeah, apologize to me, not her. She doesn't fucking matter.
What?
She can be a
changed one
bitch.
bit.
Natsuo Munakata. I remember when we were working on development for World's Odyssey. So he was a coworker. Was or is a year ago. He was still working as a programmer for Aggle at the time. The company. Answering any of our questions related to the Alice engine. But something about his mannerisms, or how he speaks, rubbed me the wrong way, so I was never really fond of him. From what I'd heard, he quit working at Aggle 6 months ago to start a web consultancy firm. I remember receiving an email about it.
Oh yeah, I heard about your guys' company. I wouldn't want to be in your shoes. You guys doing all right?
Yeah, I've been blamed for the world's economic collapse due to the stock market not being available.
Not really. How dare they call us cyber terrorists? Where do they get off?
Yeah, I was on the World's Odyssey project back when I worked at Aggle. When I heard the news, I could hardly believe it.
Oh, don't worry. Let me show you how World's Odyssey is currently right now.
Funny that you mention Aggle. Sounds like
Online.
they're up to something suspicious.
What? Are you serious?
I filled him in. Dealing with him could be infuriating at times, but I knew that deep down, he wasn't really a bad guy. So I went out on a limb and told him everything that had happened thus far, and decided to ask him for his opinion.
So the World's Odyssey servers are active, huh? The Alice Engine project was archived immediately after development when the game was halted. The only way anyone could have reactivated the servers is if we had a signed contract with approval from the developers.
So they aren't even... Aggle isn't even allowed to turn the game on unless they get signed consent from our company as the programmers, the developers of the game.
To top it off, hearing that the game is basically unplayable with a glitched system database? That's insane!
I suspect Aggle has something to do with it. None of our team members intentionally made our contact information available to the public. Munakata, since you used to work at Aggle, do you have any contacts inside of the company still?
Sorry. As badly as I'd like to help you, my previous boss left the company, and all of my subordinates were let go. Sadly, I've got no friends there anymore.
My god, your team must have been incompetent as fuck after World's Odyssey was shut down. An entire team of
see.
people being removed from a massive company like that when one project ends is not how that typically goes.
Hey, I saw the look in your eye just now. You're probably thinking to yourself, Munakata's useless, aren't you? Aren't you?
Yeah, that's literally what I just said.
Hey, your expression drooped. You did think that, didn't you? Ugh. Give a guy a break.
These two have been in danger since last night. Here's your breakfast.
Is he a member of the occult as well? Or, you know, into it?
Thanks, boss. But danger? What kind of danger?
A group of men wearing rabbit masks have been chasing us.
Pretty sure she said have, not has.
What?
They've been staking out near our homes, too, so we can't go back. That's why we've been hiding here.
You're pulling my leg, aren't you? Aren't you? Oh.
Maybe
That's
maybe they
serious.
should have changed his expression. He's still got this smug fucking smile on his face.
All right then. Why don't the two of you follow me to my office?
Where is your office at?
Boss guy's got a cafe to run. You can't be hanging out here all day during business hours, right? You can't consult with the authorities, and there's a bunch of masked loonies after you. In that case, you can hide out in my office. There's plenty of room.
I don't have any employees. It's just me.
I mean, my startup's about 6 months old. There's a bunch of desks and phones, but I have 0 employees.
I can't believe I was right. Why do you have a bunch of desks and phones 6 months after starting your consulting agency and nobody working for you? Someone just fucking
I've
collapse.
been posting on classifieds, but even after doing a round of interviews, I can't seem to hold on to a single person. So don't be shy. You're free to use my office as a base, and you can commute here too.
Oh, but where?
We've also got a gym in the basement floor, and there's a shower you can use.
You probably invested a little bit too much in that, considering you can't keep any employees.
We'll take it.
Hey!
Why? What is the hay
Oh,
thing?
give me a sec though. Let me finish my breakfast.
Oh,
All right, let's get to it. Thanks for the breakfast, boss. Money's on the counter.
Are you sure? I don't mind if they stay here.
they went to
I'm
him. He
sure.
just had the
Seeing as how my former employer could be
surprised
involved in their
Pikachu
predicament,
face.
I feel somewhat responsible. Besides, if Aggle is up to some shady business, then I'm not gonna let it slide.
I see. Sounds reasonable. Mizunashi, Tokiwa, feel free to stop by anytime, okay? All-nighters are welcome here.
I imagine we'll be in the office during the day and at the cafe during the night.
Okay. Thanks, Sanjo.
I sincerely appreciate your kindness. That goes for both of you.
I'll be sure to gather as much information as I can, too. Be safe out there, guys.
Just start telling people to start Googling cattle mutilations.
We'll have another chat about the occult next time we meet. Take care, okay?
Okay.
Well, this one's a little bit longer than my normal ones, but hope you guys are enjoying both this and Fairy Fencer. I will be doing a Final Fantasy stream. Should be tonight when this one goes out. It'll be Friday. I'm not sure what time I will do it yet, but to get through the MSQ of 6.3, the new Alliance raid, whatever the new dungeon is, because when I log in, I can't do my expert roulettes anymore. I don't really want to do expert roulettes because I don't like the dungeon that came out in 6.2. I really don't. No offense to like Square or Yoshi P. I'm just not a fan of the 6.2 dungeon. I probably won't be running expert roulette aside from maybe healing. But like on the video, comment and tell me how I'm doing. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell button so that you can see when I go live and when I upload. I'm trying to do it every day. Most of the videos will probably be 30 to 45 minutes. Hopefully something that you're cool with just having playing in the background. Peace out, guys.